Hi neighbors. Hello, it's MaryTherese. Welcome to the Neighborhood News. This is the Tuesday edition, April the 14th, 2020. I'm your host, MaryTherese, coming to you from just outside of Atlanta in Oxford, Georgia. We've been doing this for 3 weeks now, folks, and you all are doing a fantastic job of sending your neighborhood news from your neighborhood wherever you are around the world. Tell your friends. They can find us on Facebook. It is a public group called Neighborhood News. We'd love to have your news stories. We want to give shouts out, positive news, things that are happening around the world that a little uplifting, maybe educate folks, help inspire folks. It's all good stuff, as we like to say here on Neighborhood News. We're going to start right away with answering our neighborhood challenge from last Friday. If you remember, Carla in Birmingham sent in a neighborhood challenge about Easter Sunday. Clearly, with COVID-19, we are all celebrating in different ways, however maybe trimmed down it may be. Well, you all responded. Well over 100 of you sent in your photos of how you were celebrating a modified Easter this year. So let's go ahead and get right to it. First off, that's our house. That's the Griffin household. Nice little turkey breast. It wasn't exactly what we thought it would be for Easter, but you know what? It worked. It was good. Now we go down to Bon Air, Georgia. I have to say, this is one of the most unique things I've ever seen for any kind of celebration. This is the Bird family in Bon Air. They were awakened at sunrise out on the front porch with a little banjo and some hymn music and some coffee. Met all kinds of neighbors that way. What a great way to kick off Easter Sunday. And then they still got together with the kids, scattered about all over the place, to have a little Easter dinner. So very nice that you guys were able to do that. Don't you just love the fact that we have apps like Zoom and FaceTime that we can all get together and do this now? Think about how this would have been 10 years ago. Not me. Thank you for sending that in. We go all the way to Italy. This is our buddy Donato, who has his kids scattered about. In fact, he told me, he said, this is a combination of Francavilla, Almar, Bologna, Siena, and Zurich all together for Easter dinner. Everybody had their own dish, but you know what? It was all the same spirit and the same praise. Now we're going to go to Kentucky. This is our buddy, retired Staff Sergeant Ken Arnold, who decided that it was pork loin. Yeah, and it looks great. Thank you so much, sir, for sending this in. We do appreciate it. Now we're going to take you to Florida. This is our friend Charles, who sent this in and said that some nice neighbors left this for him so that he didn't have to cook on Easter Sunday. What a great dish. You guys are making me really hungry. All the way back to Atlanta. This is our friend Nancy, who did the ham and did it up right. Thank you so much for submitting your family Easter. And, again, way to go. Kudos, everybody, for making Easter work. We still celebrated Easter, even though we're all quarantined. It's okay. And we go to Monroe, Georgia. This is Valerie. Valerie decided that a Southern barbecue was in order, so that's what she did for Easter. Again, thank you everybody so much for sending in what you did for Easter. We do have more than just food. I've got this. If this doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. We're going to go to Virginia. And this was sent in from M. This is her daughter. Her daughter's first Easter, and she is so excited with the duck and the bubble machine. Take a look. Honey, can we get a bubble machine? I'm just saying, she made it look really fun. I think we could make a bubble machine fun. Thank you so much, Em, for sending this in. Happy Easter to all. And thanks for sharing how you modified your Easter, but you still made it work. And you know what? We all still were able to celebrate the resurrection of Christ. Amen and amen. It still happened. All right, folks. We also have some neighborhood news to get to. And I want to share this with you. This is something completely different, okay? I just thought it was a cool video, and I think this lady has got some serious gumption to do what she did. Take a look at this video. This is from Angela in Pennsylvania, who's actually in Danville, Virginia for a couple of weeks. She just wanted to take her dogs outside. Take a look at what happened.
Abby, are you hurt? Hello? I don't know about that. We're gonna push him from the side.
Cautiously.
Hey, man. You good? Bud. your life. Hey, buddy, hello? Oh, morning.
Don't you love her commentary with this cardinal? So yeah, guess what? The cardinal jumped up into her hand. Can you imagine? She just wants to take her dogs out to use the bathroom, but she's afraid the dogs are going to get upset. Cardinal jumps in her hand and says, hello, what's up? If that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. And you know what they say about cardinals? What a blessing. Thank you so much for letting us share your story. And, you know, if you have things like this that you want to send to me, please do. neighborhoodnews2020@gmail.com. It's all good. We want to share it. We want to make people smile. We want to make people say things like, wow, she really let that bird jump in her hand. She sure did. Now, this came to us from Charles in Florida as well. If you're thinking about it, especially ladies, this is from a hairdresser who wanted to make sure you got this loud and clear. Your hair is fine. Do not cut your own hair. Hairdressers of the world, you're welcome. No, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, we're going to go out to Missouri. A young man named Kennison was having a birthday this weekend, and you know, you got to modify a little bit. We've been sharing some of these birthday celebrations, slightly modified. This is a big old country style birthday celebration. Take a look. Look at this birthday parade. He is not going to forget this.
Thank you so much.
It looks like everyone from the Fort Osage, Missouri community came out to wish Kennison a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Boy, that's community spirit there. Way to go, Fort Osage, Missouri. And happy birthday, Kennison. To include the John Deere tractor. Who can say they've had a John Deere tractor in their birthday parade, right? All right. Thank you guys so much for sending that in. We also want to share this with you. How many of us get so excited every time there's a delivery? Thank you to at least 12 of you who sent this in to me. We have done 2 days worth of tracking to find the original source. It's been a little hard, but it's global, so I'm sharing it. I think this message says it all. Thank you so much to everyone who delivers, whether you're United States Postal Service or Amazon or FedEx or UPS. If you are a delivery person, you are the bright spot in our day. Thank you so much for continuing to do what you do. And look at this great driveway. That's a great message that this was picked up by a delivery driver who saw it and decided to share it. So thanks for everybody who shared it. I think the message is loud and clear. We're going to go to the south side of Chicago. Big thank you going out from some nurses to these supplies that were left. These are supplies of cleaning, the wipes, the bleach, the gloves, everything that they needed. St. Germain School, Pasteur School, District 143 schools in Springfield, Spalding, Colmar, and Central Park. The Nurses of Christ Hospital and Little Company of Mary staff truly appreciate your kindness. Way to go. You know what? You got to answer the call. If you know there's a need, make it happen. I was born at Little Company of Mary Hospital there in Chicago too, so thank you. Way to go, folks. All right, as promised, we have an interview for you with the one and only Larry Stewart from legendary country music group Restless Heart. And let me start by telling you something here. When we do these interviews, as we have for the last couple of weeks, my husband Bob and I do a test run the night before, and then we've been having them live on the show. Very good thing we did a test run last night because we ran into some technical difficulties, but we wanted to bring you the interview anyway. So what we're going to do is share with you a little bit about Larry Stewart and the group Restless Heart, who need no introduction truly, but they've been ACM Country Group of the Year. They are 5-time Grammy nominee, 6 gold albums, 9 #1 hits. I mean, the list is on and on. But you know what? They're all around just good guys. Here they are on a USO tour. This is where I first met them. Operation Season's Greetings. They've been on the Patriotic World Tour multiple times. And you know, they are so engaged with their audiences, whether it's troops downrange or visiting with families. We actually did a show once at Baumholder, Germany. Every Army soldier was deployed, and we played for just families. And I have to say that was one of the most touching shows that we ever did, being able to play for those families. And this was at the beginning of the war in Iraq. But you can see there's Larry right there engaging with the audience. And again, after all the shows, they shake every hand, sign every autograph. And I was so touched when Larry said, "Sure, I'll be on your neighborhood news show." So again, technical difficulties last night, but we went ahead and rolled some tape. We had a little audio issue. We're bringing this to you off of the iPad, but the message is loud and clear. We just wanted to spread a little sunshine and make you smile a little bit. I did ask your questions of Larry. He does have his guitar. So give a listen to what happened last night just for you. And go ahead and make your comments on there. I know Larry and the guys from Restless Heart are watching this broadcast right now, so feel free to chime in and make your comments, ask another question, and we can always have them answered on the Neighborhood News Facebook page. So this is just for you, Neighborhood News friends. And from Nashville, Tennessee, hi, Larry Stewart. How are you? What's up? You know what? I am blessed and doing well, and I hope you are too, my friend. Thank you for doing this.
Hey, I'm glad. Thanks for asking.
What you got going on?
Oh, sitting around busy.
Yeah. I hope your family's doing okay. I said your family's doing okay.
Everybody's great.
Well,
Kids growing. And grandkids running around everywhere.
oh my goodness, how time changes. You know, I when you agreed to come on the show, I put out an all call asking folks did they have questions to ask of you. And I hope you don't mind, we're going to fire some of those off to you here on Neighborhood News. You know, we've got viewers, Larry, from all over the world. We have viewers in Italy, Kentucky, that's your stomping grounds. We've got viewers in Chicago, I mean, just all over the place. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and start letting some rip. Most
They're
folks...
not very hard, are they?
No, they're all about you.
That's the easy, softball question.
Yes, stuff I know you can answer, right? Like this first one, this is from Tammy in Arizona, and she wants to know, what is your favorite Restless Heart song to perform? It ain't that hard, Larry.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You like them all?
I'd love to sing I'll Still Be Loving You just because I know there's so many great stories,
Mm-hmm.
about that song, and, it really touches a lot of hearts. People get up and slow dance to it,
Hey.
grab their hand and hold their hand.
I know that was my first boy-girl thing back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll Still Be Loving You. In fact, if you don't mind, do you have your guitar with you? Hi. So, well, guess what? We had a lot of requests for I'll Still Be Loving You, but I had a young lady who said that her mom is a nurse, and her father and mother, Jack and Linda, are having their 25th wedding anniversary this weekend, but mom's got to work because of what's been going on with COVID-19. So could you play a few bars for Jack and Linda?
How much of it you want?
It's your show, man.
Changing my life with you, love. Having so easy, and I'm amazed every time. And I need to love the mountains that
about how we know each other, because I've had so many folks ask me if I'm a singer, which you and everybody else know I am not. I speak well, I don't sing well. But we worked on some USO shows together. Can you believe it's been almost 20 years?
What?
20 years is when we first met. We went on our first USO show together. And given what we're going through now with this sacrificing and being away from family and the life that we know, kind of makes me think anyway about all the times that we were embedded with the troops, all those years visiting with morale tours. What are your thoughts on the way things are today, given the sacrifices that we've seen our military go through over the years?
Well, to start off with the touring, with you and Mr. Balanchi and all the Restless Heart guys and
The band of the Air Force Reserve, oh,
Air Force Reserve, weren't they great? And
awesome.
of course, the New England Patriots cheerleaders. Let's not forget them.
We have to give a big shout out to Tracy Sormonti and all the girls on the Pats team. Yes, they're awesome.
And, we still talk about those times. Talk about, the people we met. Just talk about some of the fun times. The most, for me, it went from hearing amazing stories from the young men and women, after the show, people coming by, telling what a song meant because their parents,
Mm-hmm.
were listening to it when they were young or some really moving moments.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to fly upside down the French Journal reporter in an F-16.
Yes.
It's a dog. You'll probably remember that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
But let me tell you something. I had nobody in the military growing up in my family. My uncle was for a little bit. I know I was too young to even know. But when the very first trip that we took, and I saw how amazing these young men and women are, and how much they love their country, the sacrifices they're making, how professional they were, how smart they were, and everything, I was all in.
Mm-hmm.
It just blew me away. And I think we did like 4 tours together after that. But
Well, but I know you still, even after we went with Restless Heart, you still went and visited the troops many times. You volunteered your time to go and visit.
yes, me and some guys, Richie McDonald, Lone Star, Tim Russell, Texas, also from the
Mm-hmm.
country, and we did 2 or 3 for Navy entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So, got to, land on the USS Bush and USS Truman out in the middle of the Persian Gulf, and again, meet some amazing young men and women. And I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with them, and to know the dangers they are in big time, and all the craziness going on in the world, and what we ask them to do. Again, the sacrifices they make.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unreal. I love them. And, to be introduced to that was day one with you and all the rest of the group.
If we could combine the selfless sacrifice and dedication of our military with our medical community today that we see in action in a very similar way, boy, we could just take over beyond the world. We'd take over the galaxy. I mean, these two entities are just so awesome and have all of our respect.
Yeah, we can do it. America's the best at everything.
Yeah.
Just give us a minute. But it's just unreal. I love my country, and to think though the sacrifices that all of those folks are making.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, even in the middle of the year, everything that's happening right now to save our planet, save our country, and make a difference all over the world. It's happening so fast.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
Well, one thing I think we've all discovered, especially through social media, is that music is universal, and everybody has found a way to find joy through music. So thank you for being here and sharing with us. I want to ask Crystal out in Illinois wants to know how the frontmen got together, because she's a big fan and she wants to know how that happened.
Well, me and Richie McDonald Lone Star were down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, doing a fundraiser at a Marriott hotel, whatever that big room is, convention.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're waiting for our turn to play. So literally, we were sitting at the lobby bar drinking coffee. And
Oh, sure you were.
promise, we were getting ready to go play.
Okay.
And so he said, "Hey, I got this idea. You know, all these songwriters go around doing these songwritering around things, and you know, it's really catching on. It's really kind of cool, but no one's ever done, you know, like this thing, like get lead singers of bands and make that something." I was thinking maybe we would get so and do like a front men of country and go do acoustic. I mean, it just hit you upside the head, and it was really something. So our first few shows with me and him and Randy Owen of Alabama.
Uh-huh.
And it was so much fun, exciting, and it's just so neat to be able to break it down, hear the stories behind the songs. And then we kind of shut it down a little bit. Randy went on and started touring with Alabama, so we brought Tim Rushlow of Texas in with us. And again, we've been going overseas performing for the troops, just doing some casinos and some performing arts centers around here. And we're going to be doing some really cool stuff in 2021, so be watching.
Yeah, speaking of touring, I was telling you before we got all hooked up here, there's a young lady named Gabby in San Antonio who is blowing up my inbox messaging because she has tickets to your show in San Antonio coming up sometime in May and wants to know, because of coronavirus, could it get canceled, and if it does, will you guys reschedule? So I'm asking.
I think we've almost rescheduled everything. You can go to restlessheartband.com and see where that went. I'm sorry I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I think San Antonio has moved. Doggone it. I wish I could think. But it's on the tours page of Restless Heart Band.
Restless Heart Band, gotcha. So before I let you go, lots of comments and well wishes from our Operation Seasons Greetings family. They were so excited, and they send their love and say hello.
Hello.
Just
Miss you.
they miss you too. Everybody from Dave Ballingy to Chief Ski to Chief J. I mean, everybody. It's just, you know, traveling with you and Dave and Greg and Paul and John. I mean, you guys are just one in a million. And I've said this before, and I mean it with all my heart. I have never traveled with a group of famous fellows before who shook every hand, signed every autograph. And I'm not kidding. You remember nights when we were in Iraq and troops couldn't all come to the show, and even after the show and signing autographs, you guys were going out on patrol with some of these kids just so that they could have a little piece of home. And that just meant the world to me to see you guys say, hey, you know what, we'll sleep when we get home. So a lot of love for you from everybody on OSG, because you guys were top notch.
Thank you so
Absolute
much
top
respect
notch.
for y'all, and we love every minute of it.
So one of the songs that is very near and dear to our military, for obvious reasons, I think would be very appropriate for today. Do you mind singing Long Lost Friend? Would you do that?
I need Greg Jennings, our guitar player, for this song.
Oh, Greg's the best.
He is. I'll try to do a little bit here.
Just a little bit.
I'll think my way through.
You can do it, Lair.
Once upon a long ago, someone touched my heart. My God, you and I met
Thank you so much, Larry. That was awesome.
Welcome. Hey, you know, that song, I was singing it, you know, it kind of could go with what we're going through right now with this coronavirus. You know, families and people and couples spending a lot of time together, getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, sometimes you think, wow, because, you know, this is a rat race. You spend a little time and you get to know each other again, communicate again. So I dedicate this song to all those that are stuck in the house and getting to know our families and friends again.
Amen. 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 My friend, thank you so much. I appreciate you answering the call. You're my favorite AM.
My favorite AM.
My favorite.
Love it.
Take care, my friend. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, G.
Thanks. Love ya.
Be safe.
Thank you so much to Larry Stewart from the country music group Restless Heart for taking time to be with us and kind of lift our spirits a little bit today, and hope that we get to answer some of your questions. You can certainly check the neighborhood news page because he answered a whole lot more, and I'll be sure to have those on there for you as well. So now it's time for us to have a little praise and prayer as we are towards the end of our show today on this Tuesday afternoon. We're asking for prayers for this young lady. Take a look. If you're not familiar, that is Hartsfield International Jackson Airport. And this was sent in to us from Zulema Toms from Warner Robins, asking for prayer warriors to help pray for her daughter because she's been given the opportunity to serve as a crisis RN in New York City. And as you can see, she left yesterday. And this is to help in the support of fighting COVID-19. She's going to be working 12-hour shifts for the next 21 days. She says it's definitely going to be the hardest thing for her mentally and physically. So please pray for her and pray for the many other doctors and nurses that are doing this heroic job. I know we've seen stories all over of nurses and doctors and hospital workers answering the call to head to the New York City area, some of the bigger cities that are in greater need. God love you all, and our prayers and our thoughts are with all of you. Thank you for sharing that. Take a look at this. This is 38 miles west of where I am. This is downtown Atlanta, and this happened over the weekend. That is Bobby Dodd Stadium, all lit up in blue, along with all of the skyscrapers in the neighborhoods around. And this was in support of all the hospital workers working so hard in Atlanta and all throughout the United States trying to fight COVID-19. So way to go, spreading the hospital blue and sending prayers and good thoughts and well wishes to all of our hospital workers, because you all definitely make the difference. What's going on in your city, by the way? Anything cool or interesting that they're doing to honor the first line responders? Send me a note. Go send it to neighborhoodnews2020@gmail.com. And we'll be sure to share what's going on in your community. There you go. There's the address, neighborhoodnews2020@gmail.com. We also want to say thank you, God, for all of the food pantries. And you've probably seen a lot of stories in the last week of the lines in California's big cities, San Francisco, San Diego, even in New York, Chicago. The lines are tremendously long. Our food pantries are being way overtaxed now. They're giving out more than double the food than they're normally used to, and they're in desperate need. So I'm showing you Feed America, but folks, you can check out a food pantry in your local community and your next big city, or you can contact Feed America, find out what their needs are. They need cash. They need you to help them financially, or if you can, when you do go to the Walmart or the Kroger, you buy something for you, buy something to go to the food pantry so that we can help offset this. You've probably seen the long lines of folks at the food pantry, and one of the other issues that you're starting to see are folks who are maybe getting food from the food pantry that don't exactly need it. My humble opinion, if you're caught between paying the light bill or getting food, God bless you. That's what the food pantry's for. If you have a means, folks, and you just don't want to go stand in line at the Walmart or the Kroger, food pantry is not for you, please go, do the protective things, wear the mask, wear the gloves, and go purchase, because we still need to try to keep the economy going some way, shape, or form. Let's make sure that the food pantries can handle what they need to handle and be able to help those who are the most in need. But be sure to contact your local, state, or you can contact Feed America for more information on how you can help. All right, how much have your pets been a huge comfort for you during this COVID-19 lockdown quarantine crisis? Saturday was National Pet Day. This was a post that I made. These are the two that rule the Griffin household here. This is a Zach and Libby production, by the way. They're right here. You can't see them. Sleeping under the camera. Bob keeps shooing them to the side because they want to get up in the camera. God bless our pets. Thank you, Lord, that we have all the pets that we can handle in our household right now. I do know that many of our shelters in our communities are not having any issues with pets right now because people are going and they're adopting these pets. I know producer Julie adopted a pet up in Virginia. She adopted a cat. Way to go. So our shelters are actually benefiting from this. Way to go on being able to love on your pets. You might think about it if you don't have one. Rescue a life, because they just might save yours. Now, that's important, okay? National Pets. Every day in this household is National Pet Day, just so you know. Shocker. But I was a little bit lax I missed a very important day last Friday. It was National Sibling Day. So I would like to correct my faux pas on Friday and give a shout out to my 5 siblings. These are my brothers, Robert, Tommy, David, John, and Joey. And I gotta say, they're pretty awesome. You guys are all right. You made the show. You're welcome. We ask you folks to always remember, do your part, stay inside, spread kindness, not a virus, okay? Send us your news at neighborhoodnews2020@gmail.com. My thanks to Larry Stewart from Restless Heart for being here. Be sure to check us out Friday, folks. We are going to have our Neighborhood News Challenge of the week. We're also going to have some Mythbusters. By the way, interviews are going to be moved to Tuesday, so we will have our Tuesday interviews. But be sure to join us this Friday because we're going to have lots more of your neighborhood news, some more interesting and creative ways that folks are coping with COVID-19. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you Friday. Bye, neighbor.